Για τα παζάρια Ερντογάν στο Βίλνιους, τις αμερικανικές πιέσεις, τους όρους Μενέντες, αλλά και την επόμενη μέρα στις ελληνοτουρκικές σχέσεις μίλησε αποκλειστικά στον SKAI και την Νικολέτα Κριτικού ο αναλυτής του Foreign Affairs, Στίβεν Κουκ.
So Turkey clears the way for Sweden's entry to NATO on the eve of the summit. Was it a surprise for you, given the fact that Erdogan pulled the rabbit out of his hat the last minute by asking EU to open the way for Ankara's accession to the bloc?
I was expecting there to be a lot of drama ahead of the meeting in Vilnius. I did not expect that Erdogan at the last minute would tell President Biden and the rest of the leaders preparing to gather in Vilnius that he wanted them to pave the way for Turkey's membership into the European Union. That was a total surprise. Those intervening hours between that call with President Biden when he first invoked the EU and then the announcement yesterday afternoon, Washington time, about him giving the go-ahead on Sweden, I suspect there was a lot of very difficult, what American diplomats would call frank and open conversations among American and Turkish diplomats.
Stephen, help us understand what is really on the deal. What did Erdogan get for giving his blessing? I mean, to put it bluntly, what was the key to lift the veto after 14 months of stagnant negotiations?
In terms of what he got, it was both significant and not so significant. On the significant side, he does get another commitment from the Biden administration on F-16s. But I think that there's going to be conditions on that based on what we're hearing from Congress. And also it's going to be based on a bilateral meeting between your prime minister as well as President Erdogan that is scheduled for Vilnius. The thing that he didn't get that wasn't so significant was he got a statement about working more cooperatively with the European Union. That's not exactly what he was demanding. He was risking overplaying his and Turkey's hand going into Vilnius, and I think he pulled back.
This is certainly a quid pro quo situation. Will President Biden be able to overcome the obstacles raised by Congress and Senator Menendez? Menendez said earlier that he still has concerns regarding F-16, but he could make a decision within the next week about the status of that hold. What could possibly happen from now on?
Senator Menendez and others have been looking for has been some guarantees from Turkey that F-16s will not be used to menace either Greece or America's partners in northern Syria. I do think that there's going to be another piece of this, and that is going to be a deal, an agreement for a copious amounts of weapons for the Greek military. In order to kind of smooth the way on the F-16s.
Vilnius is the first opportunity for Greece and Turkey to pick up the thread of bilateral relations again and build on a positive agenda so as to consolidate the conditions for de-escalation. Do you reckon this will happen?
Well, certainly the atmosphere has gotten a lot better since the February 6th earthquake and the significant amount of assistance that Greece offered to Turkey, which was greatly appreciated based on my conversations with Turkish officials. Now that both Prime Minister Mitsotakis and President Erdogan are beyond their elections, there is an opportunity for de-escalation and there is an opportunity for a positive agenda. Although the Turks have been very, very clear that even though there is a positive atmosphere, there really does need to be some resolution to the problems that everybody perceives in the Aegean.